Good morning friends, welcome you all to Global MEP Training Academy. So this video is the continuation of Selection of Firefighting System for Building Part 1. I request you to watch Part 1 video initially for clear understanding. In last video I covered Assembly Group A to Factory Group F. In this video we are going to start with High Hazard Group. Let's start the video. Occupancy is really bit lengthy compared with the other occupancy, but it needs some good understanding to select the hazard groups. Okay, at this stage I am going to explain the outline of each type, and I will create a detailed video with example for this hazard separately in the future. Okay, because we have to study lots of new things in the high hazard groups. So in the high hazard group you can see the storage material create physical or health hazard. High hazard group includes, among others, are the part of the building. It involves the manufacturing, processing, generation or storage of material, mainly that creates a physical or health hazard. Okay, in excess of those allowed. That means in a building, mainly you have to note this point. The key point is in excess of those allowed. Okay, because normally in a building, if you go to the janitor room, a janitor closet, you can see some cleaning items, a cleaning liquid. Okay, so that time also we can say that it's a flammable or something like that. So we cannot say that is comes under that is coming under high hazard. Okay, so there is an allowable limit. If the allowable limit is exceeding, then only it will come under high hazard group H. Okay, so it has 5 subgroups. Let's see one by one. So in group H1, it covers the detonation potential. Detonation potential means in the hints you can see the detonation, the word says the large or powerful explosion. Okay, so like a high explosive, that like the dynamite, TNT, like you can say the bomb, that type of high explosion comes under group H1. Okay, in group H2 it covers like low explosive, mainly the thing that create a hazard from accelerated burning. Okay, low explosive items, these are the things will come under group H2, and mainly you can say the flame speed in group H2 is lower than the speed of the sound. Okay, but in the hazard 1 you can see the flame speed is greater than the speed of the sound. Okay, that comes under H1, and here the flame speed is lower than the speed of the sound, that comes under H2. In H3 the physical hazard like flammable solids. So I can show you one example. In the physical hazard it covers like a combustible duct, combustible liquid, consumer fireworks, and here water reactive materials. So all these things will come under physical hazard. Okay, in group high H4 it covers the health hazard, like you can see here a health hazard, like we have some material that will create the corrosive or highly toxic to human skin or something like that. So that is the health hazard, comes under group H4. In group H5 it covers hazardous products and material used in semiconductor fabrication and research laboratory. So as I informed you, there are lots of additional parameters we have to consider in hazard group, that I will make a separate video for the very clear understanding of you. Next one is the institutional group. It has 4 category: I1, I2, I3 and I4. So first one, I1, it's very easy to understand here. First thing is a building or a structure or person. So it should be more than 16% and to reside on 24 hours basis, means in 24 hours fully the more than 16% will be there in institutional type 1. Okay, and there will be a supervised environment. Okay, so there will be someone to supervise the or monitor the people. Okay, so the people can be capable of responding to an emergency. This is one of the important thing we have to see here. If something happens, for example, if fire happen, the people who are staying here, they themselves can respond. Okay, at the time of emergency. Okay, the people can be capable of responding to an emergency on their own. So this comes under mainly I1. Okay, so if there are people less than 16, then this will go to residential group, that we will discuss now. So more than 16 people should be there, and there will be 24 hours basis the people should be there in a supervised environment. So in I2 there should be more than 24% on 24-hour basis in a supervised environment. Same thing, but the quantity of the people is different. Earlier we saw 16 people, now we saw 5 people. But now we see 5 people. But the problem is, here you see, in this example, the people can be capable of responding to an emergency on their own. But here it makes a difference. People are not able to respond to an emergency on their own. If something happen, we need the supervised person or someone else has to react. Okay, so the people like the hospital, nursing home, so they are the patients, so they cannot respond in the emergency. So that is the difference between I1 and I2. So in the I3, the quantity is same, like more than 5 people should be there on 24-hour basis. They are supervised condition under security. So that is a different here. Okay, for example, in jail, the people can be capable of responding to an emergency on their own, but they are not allowed due to safety measures. So if you see the jail, the people can easily respond for the emergency, but there are safety measures like security. So they are 24 hours they are under the security control. Okay, and there should be more than 5 people in I3 group. And the next one what we are going to see is I4. The quantity is same, more than 5% on less than 24 hours basis. That is the difference between I1, I2, I3 and I4. So here first time we see, and last 3 we saw that it is completely 24 hours basis, but here first time you can see less than 24-hour basis, and they are in the supervised environment by a person other than parents or guardians. Okay, for example, it is child daycare or adult daycare, like that. If less than 5 people, then it will come under residential occupancy. It will not be like a institutional group. Okay, so we can see the residential occupancy for this one. And mercantile group, so the mercantile group, it is very easy, like you can see the sale of merchandise like department store, the market, drugstore, and stocks of goods, wares, like that. So if materials are stored in a large quantity, it will be part of storage occupancy, not M, that is mercantile occupancy. Okay, so as I mentioned in category B, if I sell books, it is M, but if I store books like library, it is category B. Okay, so that is a difference. Then residential group is simple, like it's for sleeping purpose, but it has 5 different category. It's very easy. Let's go to the category 1. So now we can see residential group R1. So here the residential group R1, it is for the sleeping units, and the important thing is the transient in nature. Transient, okay, not permanent. For example, hotel, motels, like this. You know the reason why they are segregating this R1 with the others, mainly for the transient. Suppose the people who comes from outside will stay in the hotel, so they don't know what is the surrounding, how to escape. These are the conditions are there. So for the life safety, only the transient sleeping units are categorized in the residential group R1. Okay, the next thing R2, in here is a sleeping unit, but important thing is it is a permanent one, the permanent in nature. Okay, it's not the transient one. So sleeping units are and more than 2 dwelling units. Yeah, that is the important thing. Like the apartment building, there will be plenty of dwelling units in the apartment building. Okay, so that is the important thing. So it is a permanent one, permanent sleeping units, permanent sleeping one, and more than 2 dwelling units. Okay, that is in R2. In R3, again it's a permanent one, there is no transient, and building that don't contain more than 2 dwelling units. Okay, so it's like a small villa, small houses, it's not more than 2 dwelling units, and people, the quantity you can see 5 or fewer. Okay, so it should be 5 people and less than that. Okay, and the next one, it's R4. In R4, the people quantity vary from 5 to 16 people, and they are 24 hours on 24-hour basis in a supervised residential. Okay, supervised residential environment, and they receive custodial care. Okay, for example, you see the alcohol or drug center, so 5 to 16 people on 24-hour base in a custodial care. Okay, so these are the things comes under R4. Then storage group. So storage group, mainly it's not classified as a hazard occupancy. So there are 2 things in the hazard occupancy. We can see the flammable liquids, gases, and this type of thing. So in the storage group, it should not mix with the hazard group. Okay, so let's see what are the things comes under storage group. So first one, the moderate hazard, that is the group S1. So in the moderate hazard, what we have here is like a combustible material. You can see the clothing, the bags, the clothes arrangements. So the combustible material comes under moderate hazard group 1. So group 2, that is low hazard. It's not like a non-combustible material like asbestos, then the some food products like non-combustible containers, the metal cabinets, so glasses. So these are the non-combustible materials comes under low hazard group S2. Is utility and miscellaneous group. So what are the things we referred so far? From group A to occupancy A to storage group S will not comes under this category. Okay, so this one, like you can see some special special buildings. You can see the agricultural buildings, then the stables, the tanks, the towers, sets. So these are the special type of thing will come under the miscellaneous group U. Okay, so let's see one example, then we will decide. So you can decide like what type of occupancy it is and whether what type of we need sprinkler system or not. We can see one example now. So I'm going to consider I'm going to have a building like a library building. It has a basement 1 and till 5th floor. So in basement 1, it has a car parking with an area of 1250 meter square, and ground to 5th floor we have 1192 meter square each floor area, and the height of the basement 1 is 4 meter. The height of the remaining floor is 3.2 meter. So is basement 1, let me open this occupancy group. So if you go to the basement 1, it's a car parking. So car parking comes under parking garage. It is open or enclosed. It comes under low hazard group S2. Okay, and second thing, we have the library building from ground floor to 5th floor. So it comes under library building. It comes under assemble group A3. Okay, so we have like a different A1, A2, A3. So here mainly this comes under library in assembly group A3. So now first we finalize. Okay, so in chapter 3 where this occupancy comes, and second thing we have to consider is the important thing. So what type of firefighting system we need for these occupancies. So let's go to chapter number 9. In the chapter number 9, you can see the different firefighting system requirement for different occupancies. So in our case, the first one is low hazard group S2. Okay, so low hazard group S2 says that where the fire area in the enclosed parking garage exceeds 1115, okay, or 12,000 square feet, then we have to provide a automatic sprinkler system. So in our case, the basement area is 1250. Okay, so it is 1115 meters square. So we are more than the condition. So we have to comply with the automatic sprinkler system. Okay, and second thing, where the enclosed parking garage is located beneath other groups. For example, we have the residential group, and below the residential group there is a underground parking or enclosed parking. That time also this condition apply, that we have to provide the automatic sprinkler system. And second thing, for now this is the we discussed about the enclosed parking. Now we have to see for the library requirement. So the library assemble group A3, what standard says is, if the fire area exceeds 1115, the same condition what we saw here, if the fire area exceeds 1115 meter square, of course that we have to provide the automatic sprinkler system. So in our case, of course, you know that the fire area exceeded 1115, it is 1192 meter square. So surely from ground floor to 5th floor we have to go for the automatic sprinkler system. And the second point says that the fire area has an occupant load of 300 and more. This is one of the important thing. So we have to know what is the occupant load of the building. Okay, so how to decide the occupant load? That is the important thing. We have NFPA 101, we have ASTRAE 62.1, otherwise we have IBC chapter number 10. So there are three options to decide the occupant load of the building. So in the next video I will explain very clearly how to design the water supply tank, septic tank, and HVAC calculations. These are the arrangement using, means we need to find out the occupant load using these are the standards. Okay, so this is mainly we need for like, you know, for the architectural point of view also we have to decide the how many exits and properly size the exits. what is the size of the exit. So for these other purpose also, we need to have the occupant load of the buildings. So now we are very clear that our basement should have the automatic sprinkler system. Our assembly A3 library should have the automatic sprinkler system from from ground floor to the last floors. Okay, so let's go to the standpipe system arrangement. Same in chapter number 905. You can see the class 3 standpipe is required for 4 or more stories or above or below grade. So in our case, it is total 5 floor we have. So it is ground floor to ground to 5th floor. So yeah, we are sure that we are into this category. 4 or more stories. Okay, so we have to provide the class 3 standpipe system. We will discuss what is class 1, 2, 3 in the coming video. So we have to provide here class 3 standpipe system, which includes the fire hose reel cabinet plus landing wall. Okay, so these two requirement is there. And let's go to the fire extinguishers. So portable fire extinguishers shall be provided. The same things are there in section chapter number 9, section 906. For the group A, B, E, F, for mostly for all the groups, they have mentioned like we have to provide the fire extinguisher, except R3. You can see R3, you know, is a small room, the less than 2 dwelling units, less than 5 people. So these things are different. So for the R3, we don't need to provide the fire extinguisher. If you go to R3, the condition is less than 5 people, less than 2 dwelling units. Okay, so for this condition, we don't need fire extinguisher as per international building code. So let's see one example. I hope that you people will quickly find this one. So the first one, occupancy finding. We have a high school with grade KG1 to grade 10. Okay, it's a G+1 building, height 3 meter and for 3 meter for each level, and it has an area of 2950 square meter for each level. So a high school building with from KG1 to grade 10. So let's see what type of occupancy it is. So if you go to class group B, so it is more than 12 grade. Okay, like university colleges. So this will not comes under business group B, because we have from KG1 to grade 1, KG1 or grade 1 to 10. It's like a high school. So in education, in business group B, it will be more than 12th grade. So this will not comes under business group B. So we have to go to educational groups from for this case from KG1 to 12. So our occupancy finding, the answer is a educational group E. So the next thing what we have to see is the another example. That is occupancy finding. Second one, yeah, we have an apartment building with 60 dwelling units. Okay, so the next thing is we are going to see another example. We have an apartment building with 60 dwelling units. It's a G+7 combination, ground floor plus 7 floor with a height 3.2 meter each level, and it has a basement 1 with a height 4 meter, and the area is 2950 square meter for each level. So the apartment building with this 60 dwelling units. So let's see what category it is. Okay, so you know that apartment building means we know that it's a residential group, but there are residential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups are there. So we have to decide under which residential group it comes. Okay, if you go to residential group 1, it's a transient in nature. So this is not a permanent sleeping unit. So of course it will not come under R1. If you go to R2, it's a permanent sleeping units, and it is has more than 2 dwelling units. So like a apartment house. So in our second example, it is an apartment building with 60 dwelling units, comes under residential group R2. Okay, so after finding this one, you can go to chapter number 9 and you can decide for this two occupancy group we need what type of firefighting system. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubt, please write your comment in the comment section. Otherwise, if you have any if you need any technical clarification which is not covered yet in my videos, still you have the doubt, so you can write with your project details or project drawings, and you can send to my email ID. I will try to respond as soon as possible. Okay, so and same time, if you like to join in our online course, you can contact us in the description. So thank you for watching the video, and we will meet again with a very interesting topic. Thank you.